Choosing what we eat is a very personal thing. We all decide what we want to eat, when we want to eat it, how much we want to eat, and sometimes even if we want to eat at all. These choices we make about our food can have a big impact on our health. Understanding why we pick certain foods can help us make healthier choices more often. In this exploration, we are going to look at all the different things that influence our food choices. These include taste preference, habit, ethnic heritage and regional cuisines, social interactions, marketing, availability, convenience and cost, positive and negative associations with food, emotions, values, body weight and health, and nutrition. The last one is actually most important, which we actually ignore more often. Taste preferences, why we love certain flavors. Taste preference is obviously the first for majority of the people. It's no surprise that one of the main reasons we choose to eat certain foods is because they taste good to us. We simply like the way they taste. For many of us, this means we enjoy sweet things like sugary treats and salty flavors like potato chips. We also tend to have a liking for foods that are high in fat. Some people have particular taste, like enjoying spicy food or the rich spices found in Pakistani and Indian cooking. Research has even shown that our genes might play a part in why we like some foods and not the others. Also, when women are pregnant, their hormones can make them crave certain foods or dislike the others. Habit, finding comfort in routine. Habits also affect what we eat. Many of us choose foods we are used to because they are familiar to us and make us feel comfortable. For example, if we have always had cereals for breakfast, we might keep eating it just because it's what we are used to. Sometimes we don't want to make decisions about food, so we stick with what we know. We also tend to eat certain foods at specific times of the day. Think about having orange juice in the morning. It's something we have come to expect. Ethnic heritage and regional cuisines, the foods of our roots. One big influence on our food choices is where our families come from and the types of foods we have grown up with. People often prefer the foods they ate while growing up, which are often tied to their cultural backgrounds. But curiosity can lead us to try new foods, especially when we travel. Every country and every part of a country has its own special foods and ways of cooking them. These foods are shaped by the ingredients available and local cooking traditions. Each region has its own unique dishes that add variety to what we eat. Enjoying traditional foods from our own or other cultures is a way to celebrate our heritage. When people share their cultural dishes, they are sharing a part of their way of life. Understanding and respecting these cultural differences is important, especially for professionals who help others make healthy eating plans. Social interactions, food, and togetherness. Many times, meals are social events, and we share food as a way of showing hospitality. Social interactions often encourage us to accept food or drinks even if we are not really hungry. These social interactions can be a challenge for people trying to control how much they eat. We also tend to eat similar foods to those in our social circles. That's why obesity can spread in groups of friends, and while losing weight is often easier when we have a supportive partner. Marketing, the power of advertisement. Another big factor affecting our food choices is advertising. The food industry spends a lot of money trying to convince us to eat more and more food more often. Their marketing efforts are very successful. They create brand loyalty and make food seem convenient for our busy lives. Availability, convenience, and cost. What's easy and affordable? Convenience is a big driver of what we eat. We often choose foods that are easy to get, quick to prepare, and within our budget. People who value convenience might eat out a lot, order takeout, or have food delivered. Even when we cook at home, we want it to be quick and simple. This often means using ready-made ingredients like canned soups and frozen foods. Whether these convenient choices meet our nutritional needs depends on what we choose. For example, grabbing a banana or a candy bar might be equally convenient, but the banana is a healthier choice with more vitamins and less sugar and fat. Unfortunately, because of easy availability of convenience foods, fewer adults are learning how to cook at home. This has a downside because people who can cook and eat at home tend to make healthier choices. When eating out, people often pick low-cost fast food places over pricey restaurants. Food eaten outside the home, especially fast food, tends to be high in nutrients like saturated fat and salt, and low in nutrients like calcium, fiber, and iron. This can lead to health problems. Positive and negative associations. Food and our memories. Our food choices can also be shaped by good and bad memories. We often like foods connected to happy events like cake or ice cream at birthday parties. On the flip side, we might avoid foods we had when we were were sick or when we were forced to eat them in unpleasant situations. Kids can learn to like or dislike foods based on how their parents use them as rewards or punishments. Emotions, food as comfort. Our memories play a big role in what we choose to eat and how we eat. Some people can't eat when they are upset, while others turn to food to soothe different emotions like boredom, sadness, or anxiety. When we are lonely, we might eat instead of calling a friend. Food can give us comfort, partially because it can affect how our brains work and how we feel. For example, carbohydrates and alcohol often have calming effects, while proteins and caffeine tend to wake us up. Eating because of our emotions and stress can lead to overeating and weight gain, but it can also be helpful at times. For example, sharing food with someone going through a tough time can be a way to show care and support. Values, food, and beliefs. Our food choices can also reflect our religious beliefs, political views, or concerns about the environment. Some religious traditions call for specific dietary changes. For example, in the holy month of Ramadan, Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset. Some vegetarians choose foods based on their support for animal rights. Concerned consumers might boycott fruits picked by exploited migrant workers or buy locally grown vegetables to reduce the environmental impact of long distance shipping. People may also choose foods based on how they are packaged, whether they have gone through radiation, grown organically, or genetically modified, depending on their beliefs and values. Body weight and health, eating for our wellness. Sometimes we pick certain foods and supplements because we believe they will help us maintain a healthy weight, improve our health, or address allergies. These decisions can be a good thing when they are based on solid nutritional sciences, but following food fads or taking things to the extreme can be harmful. Nutrition, choosing the healthiest options. Finally, a lot of us try to make food choices that we believe are good for our health. Nowadays, grocery store shelves are filled with tens of thousands of items and many of them are processed foods. Whether a processed food is a healthy choice depends on how much it has been changed from its original form. When processing is minimal, it can make food more convenient, safe, and still nutritious. Think about frozen vegetables and natural fruit juices. But when food goes through extensive processing, it turns into ultra processed foods. These foods don't resemble the whole foods anymore. They are made from the regular ingredients, but they cannot be prepared at a regular kitchen, but they had to be prepared at specialized laboratories. For example, oils, fats, and sugars, as well as polished rice and white flours. These substances go through more processing with added preservatives, flavors, and colors, and give rise to soft drinks, corn chips, and fruit gummies. These ultra-processed foods cannot be made at home using regular grocery items. They dominate the global market because they are cheap, tasty, and high in fats and sugars. So, if you want to make healthy food choices, it's a good idea to pick fewer ultra-processed foods and more whole foods and minimally processed foods. In conclusion, our food choices are influenced by a mixture of these factors. Every person would have a different set of these factors.